Well, I can't believe it, but the time has come. It's Sunday, and it's the final, ouch. It's the final day of the convention. Yeah, kind of not looking forward to this because, well, sometimes, at first it feels, slow because you're in, an area having fun and everything. You don't want it to stop. But as soon as it gets to, the half of the second day or, the end of it, and you're like, oh, crap, tomorrow's, the final day. That's pretty much what that feeling is like. So, what we've got today is the PMV contest. We got the closing ceremonies and whatever else I need to wrap up. For this moment being, I'm still, thinking whether or not I should actually get a photo with Kathy Leslock because, well, she's got a really good motivational speech. I've mentioned it in the past, and I hope somebody uploads it. But I'm just thinking of wanting to meet her again. Just getting that one last photo with her. But that just could be because, well, I just want to take her words into heart. She just flat out just feels like a very wonderful person, someone you could look up to, especially with the speech she gave out in her panel with Scott, the chair of the convention. The other thing is, I still need to decide whether or not that's actually going to happen. Because if I remember right, her thing is, the time she's going to be there is around 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So, that's the one thing I'm going to have to work around. But I should be free around that time. I mean, if I remember right, I think my Convention Memories 2 Electric Boogaloo panel takes place sometime around 2:15 to 3 o'clock, or it might be a little more ahead of time, but I sent in the reminder to the director of events that I need to have that 1 hour window so I can head into the main hall and get the closing ceremony set up. But whatever the case may be, I'll get to work on that, and yeah, I already brought the flash stick. Just need to get caught up a bit with internet-based stuff, and yeah, let's get the thing started. Right, so PMV contest is about to begin. They're doing sound check and everything, beginning to prepare. Reactionary footage. This is only going to be on library. I'll hopefully put that in the video description below. With that said, hope you enjoy the reactions if you actually go to see it. Anyways, see ya.
Now, we're gonna need some time to tally up some final point things just to get everything all finalized as soon as we get the screen up. And while we're doing that, we will be showcasing last year's winner.
Like, if there was a category for silly videos, that would be on there.
There weren't very many submissions this year, though.
Yeah, it's odd. But who knows?
We now have our results in. For third place was Purify Yourself by Cosmic Beck. In second place is Reach by the Fur Guy. This next one, we're gonna have something a little special this year because I brought in a special guest, B Pendragon. And do we have a new Taz or Ashkey in the audience? Well, this year,
Forward. Hey,
he wants to talk to you.
Hi. Please come forward. Because showing your exemplary performance in showcasing the best orca pony in the entire world and my number one waifu, we are presenting you the B Pendragon Marina Award.
It's just in a league of its own. We had to give it its own special award.
They wouldn't let me stuff the ballot box.
He seriously was messaging us, and all of a sudden, once I share with him, he's like, "Hey, Clockwork over here's like, hey, B Pendragon wants to help with the PMV contest. He was thinking he could maybe help us judge it." And I'm like, "Huh, that's strange. Anything happen? Oh, you sure? Oh, well, that's why."
I tried.
And for this year's first place award, we have Africa by Eldonde. And as one last celebratory goodbye, we shall showcase Africa one last time. Oh yeah, for the prize this year, we are going to be showing a clip of this at closing ceremonies in front of everybody there.
So, Red Card, what did you think of it?
I thought that well, first of all, your video was really, really well put together, and the winning video Africa I thought was pretty silly, but also very well edited. Eldonde, congratulations!
Thank you very much. Well done to you as well. First, we got second, right?
Yes.
Nice job.
Second place.
And unfortunately, my video did not place at all. But hey, it's a contest. That's what has happened sometimes.
I mean, you can get the feedback from them, see what you can get out of it. I mean, basically the PMV wrapped up. I'm gonna get the opinion from the judges. I don't have any panels until Free, where I'll be hosting Convention Memories 2, Electric Boogaloo. But for the moment being, I will basically get his answer on what he thought of it. A twist for this, as you saw in the PMV contest, if it gets uploaded first, is somebody submitted a SFM-based music video, and seeing that, I'm like, ooh, what a twist. And that was really, really a twist. A twist indeed. A twisty, twist, twist. You did a good job. Thank you. Just keep on practicing and you might reach the top 3.
Yeah, I eventually want to do a PMV of Seasons of Love, but I'm having trouble with the head movements because, like, Mark especially moves around a lot, and then the others, most of them just sort of stand there and do nothing, and so it's getting the movements synced with what they're doing in the original video. Because I've made pony sonas for each of them and tried to keep them unique to their special talents. So I have the assets, it's just a matter of figuring out how to get them to move smoothly. Good grief. Oh. have done a lot this weekend.
Just keep on practicing.
Unfortunately, the only thing I haven't done a lot of is sleep.
I'm the same way.
Like we have, it's like, it looks like a summer
Place.
slip. Now had like 3 of them
Can't believe it.
off like in like the eastern doing the singing while we have the acid
Close to
moving.
first.
That might make it more consistent with.
I'm not sure if I can top that.
So like have
Just
somebody
easy.
Yeah, something like that.
Easy.
Because you have the perfect lip sync.
Maybe I might do another community song. It's worth a thought,
Like I said, it's just
since there's, as we said last year, not a lot of community-based songs. Wow, second place. Crazy thought.
I wanted to do a song from
Well, now that it's done and over with, I can now make this public, but watching it by yourself, what'd you think of it?
So I do have my notes all here. Let me just find it. Oh, it's at the top. So as I had mentioned, the IRL version, this is before you got the fix for it. It had some issues that made it look less smooth, so it was a little awkward, but we got that taken care of. The steam coming out of the train at the very beginning, I thought that was really cool because you actually did sync the steam to the music. So it was like, as each guitarist was strummed, another plume of steam came out. Then I thought the scene choice was really nice, especially early on, but I think around 128, the scene changes are a bit too rapid and it doesn't quite make sense having an image per word in a stanza type thing. So it's one of those things where if you take it and you like just have it be more flow, because it's a slower song, so if you're trying to jump around all the time and just going from here to here to here, it's like it's harder for us to follow it. And then I do notice like a repeated scene or two, which normally it's not a problem to have 1 or 2 repeated, but one of the things too I noticed you do is you have a lot, everything else is like different, so then when you have those 1 or 2 repetitions, I can really see that, and it's like, it stands out to me. It's like, okay, it's a little bit more work to just find one more new thing for this. Because you put so much work in finding everything else. Like, I think you can find one more scene to have there not be any repetition. That's getting to the nitpicky things, of course.
Like,
so.
like double the
like stuffing the face and
yeah, the
like
battered song bit, yeah.
Yeah, and you know exactly what I'm talking about too. And the incorporation of Twilight speech, though, I absolutely love that because having natural sound in the videos is good. One of the downfalls to it was the "There She Goes" one. That was an example of too much, but you did just the right amount, and it worked really well. And then I mentioned that changing the themes is kind of nice, going from Twilight to the CMC back to an overall memories aspect. That it does feel a little stretched.
Do the lip sync because you have the ability to do perfect lip
A
sync.
little stretched, yeah. Could the entire video be on CMPC or not on CMC, or does it have to be? Like, I don't think it has to be that specific, but just kind of having a little bit more focus to it. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a potential thing, food for thought.
Yeah,
And
like,
then-
what was that? Like,
Have like the cave.
the Once Upon a Time bit, like,
Oh yeah, for the initial transitions part, I was just saying for Once Upon a Time, because I'm pretty sure in the show itself they have a scene where it's saying Once Upon a Time.
yeah.
So I was thinking what could have been really cool for that scene too is you could have had it go zoom in on Once Upon a Time, and all of a sudden it's the show's Once Upon a Time, and then you go from that, and then transition into the zoom into everything. That could be really cool too.
Like, is it like just cut to the first episode and just have it go up there, or like an audio clip of just Celestia saying that bit?
I can't really say for sure. It's all up to you, but I'm just saying some things are ideas to work with. So it's not like it's set in stone, but these are just some things you can think about that could maybe help you give it that little extra kick to get past there. Because this was actually like tied up there with Africa, and we weren't sure. It's kind of a toss-up. We were asking multiple people.
It's like the same thing with Teacher Loda Sing, like, it's another Teacher Loda Sing situation. But still, I think Africa deserved the first place.
Yeah. It was actually potentially going to be a shoe-in to Marina Quest. We're like, well, we're too biased. So we had to make a special award for it.
I just got back from Kathy Lisluck's autograph session, and I got a photo with her as usual, just put up on screen. Yeah. So yeah, I got a photo with her. So again, 2 hours to kill, actually 1 hour. Probably what I'm going to aim for is possibly go for around maybe 1 hour, 140, and fetch the equipment, 150, 140, but I'm probably going to aim for 45 for this. I go back to the room, fetch my laptop, and then I'm just about ready. Now again, I won't be doing the convention memories because they're personal stories, so yeah, no filming for that one. Maybe like how it looks and everything, but still, either way. I'm still speechless over the whole, like, second place win. I mean, I just told my friend on Discord, and just, I'm still mind blown by all of this. It's insane. And I'm just left speechless. But, yeah, I'm gonna get lunch, so be back in a sec. Just finished up, and I'm going to be on my way back to my hotel room, where I'll pick up some of my equipment for Convention Memories 2 Electric Boogaloo. But also during that luncheon, the military guy that makes a cameo in my videos, but I for whatever reason he like appears in it, he knows me, he's seen my videos. Well, he came up to me and we had ourselves a very nice discussion about the conventions and how we got into the fandom. I mean, it was a pretty nice tale of the conventions. It was a nice story and interesting to know a few things, especially if you haven't. But also, he'll be coming back this year. I mean, it's a guarantee he won't miss this convention. But outside of that, that's about it for this con, or this little bitty piece of the vlog. I mean, I'll enjoy the guy when he comes back next year. And yeah, on my way back to the room to grab the laptop for Convention Memories 2 Electric Boogaloo. I should actually grab a photo of that, but after this. Convention Memories 2 Electric Boogaloo wrapped up. It felt a little bit faster, but again, 45 minutes and an hour before the closing ceremonies, especially with the cherry auction, it felt a lot better, so...
Yeah, people do tend to get all ready like ahead of time for that, because they're going to be, going up to the room, putting their stuff away. But for me, I kind of have all I need right here, and I'm just going to be walking around because I just, love taking in the atmosphere.
The atmosphere of the convention's always perfect.
I love it. I absolutely love it. This is the only convention I've actually been to. Not Everfree, but I'm talking in general. Pony conventions are the only convention I ever went to. Like actual involved big ones, because the tiny ones we have locally in our town, they're just tiny.
Yeah.
But they don't compare to these. I love Everfree. It's just more personal. It's just, I love it so much.
I hope you can return next year for the convention.
I really hope so too. Because trying to make arrangements where we try to show up every year.
Like, you're pretty fun to talk to, man.
Okay.
Really fun.
I'm really glad, because I wasn't sure if I was actually annoying you the other years because I wanted to talk to you.
Well,
I like talking to people a lot, but I get the impression that
like, this is an example of, like, making a convention memory, making new friends, seeing them once again on the floor and all that. That's what basically makes a convention memory.
Heck yeah.
So...
I don't know, I just hope it will continue also, because I love all of this.
Yes.
It's really important to me. Also, the world's largest head dispensary. Open a bar of soap and candy. Mind you, really chalky candy.
So he brought along a piece from the Iron cosplay thing, and yeah, this will be interesting to see what this goes like, so let's roll.
Does this make me a horse DJ now?
Hey,
Hell yeah, look at that, everyone.
You're totally perfect for Brony Palooza now. Let me see it. Hey everyone, I'm the Living Tombstone. Woo! What, do you expect me to do more? No, you're not. You're every Brony Palooza DJ.
Hey.
Oh!
Hey, you're forgetting the most important part. Now pay up.
Brony Palooza DJs, if you're watching, I'm just kidding. Mostly.
Anyways, how's
That
it going,
comes straight
man?
from the rock artist. We play real instruments. Yeah, we play real instruments.
Even YouTube is just like, oh yeah.
I already know about Blue Walls. Why must you tell me about it?
Yeah, I mean, you can grab this on around here. Oh, alright. Oh, nice. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's my first year. I'm from the other side of the country. Oh, yeah, Maryland. Oh, yeah, I mean, well, I get to go to one more movie con. Yeah, because I'm just like, I've never been right. Yeah, honestly, like my friends who are local over there, like, they just like Brony was nice, but they like your smaller and all that stuff. And also, like, that, and also, like, it's like guest list, like, any, like, super huge guest. I know, it's easier they have really that. Oh yeah, last time I had the Iron Man 6, and I was like, oh yeah, like and the numbers kept going down anyway. Cool. Really? Like the rest of the country. Yeah. Wait, Everfree? Oh, dang. Yeah, because I mean, like I feel like I got the BronyCon news. Like, I've made it my goal to go to more BronyCons and be like, hey, people want this. Like, if you keep
No matter what I do, looking on that school bride, jump up, make a sound, hey! Stomp your hooves, turn around, start now, make a change, gonna come around, jump up, make a sound, hey! Stomp your hooves, turn around, Canterlot, wonder boats, help her win the dance, jump up, make a sound, hey! Stomp your hooves, turn around, start now, make a change, help her win the dance, jump up, make a sound, hey! Stomp your hooves, turn around, Canterlot, wonder boats, gonna win the dance, stomp your hooves, turn around, start now, make a change, gonna come around, jump up, make a sound. This takes me back to June 30th, my first MLP meetup. Screening up at Questro in Seattle. Oh, wow. Fitting that a movie would bring me closer to the Seattle group. And it
Questro goes was pretty much the talk of BronyCon in 2013.
Yeah. That pretty much, it was Twilight Breeze and the Questro Girls that raged everyone.
Yep.
And we lost part of our population by that event. But we still survived either way. We're still through this. I bet you'll put down the credits. You right? Yeah. Cut my hand on some during the Iron Cross fight.
humanity box. Has candy in it.
Candy in
I
it.
just realized I need to give this away, so.
You guys been there the entire time? Actually, yeah.
Wow.
That box.
Some of us joked around that it was a giant piss dispenser. Yeah, not crap. It says almonds. Can't have almonds. No, I'm having to get almonds. I just don't like them. I don't have any right now. Let's go away.
Hey, YouTube.
You're trying to do vlogception there, man? Try and find that sweet, sweet B-roll footage. Because that's always important. Again, Trey Park's seen better days. Right, so Everfree Northwest 2019 has come to an end. There is a new announcement. We are coming to a new venue. August 7th to the 9th at the Hyatt Regency Bellevue in Bellevue, Washington. This is going to be one hell of a friggin' night show. But it's totally lit. This is going to be the best convention next year. It's close to my birthday, but unfortunately it looks like Red Card couldn't make it because he'll be at the Olympics in Tokyo. So I guess I'll cover him after all. So yeah, I'm gonna go in line, pre-reg, and we're all good. And here's some of our troop. Here's Selfie.
Yeah, I was backstage the whole time.
You excited for this? And partially to this venue and hotel. From the rest of me, I thank you so much. From here and all the way to Possum Lodge, well, to kind of grow wet green, keep your stick on the ice. Exciting news, but bad news for you.
Well, I mean, I'll be doing something else. But I'll be sure to come back in 2021 if I have the time and if I have the money. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure that I will. Yes. Good being here again, Red Card. I'll see you at BronyCon. Pomp and circumstance.
Yes. The old college graduation.
Yep. I graduated college a year ago this month.
Well, all I gotta say is I'll do my best to cover the convention.
Yep. Hopefully I will. Hopefully I'll see you around. Are you planning on coming to BronyCon?
Sadly, no. Yeah, it sucks for me.
Yeah, we're gonna miss you out there. Have fun at next year's Everfree Northwest. Hopefully, I'll be back in 2021.
It's gonna be a fun time editing this.
Well, how so?
I've got many of footage to go through for the panels and pony stock and the closing ceremonies, all of them.
Well, that's gonna be a fun time, just like every year. Just power through it like AC Race Buzz does. He's somehow able to get those out in a good amount of time.
It was an impressive year.
Yes, it was. It was very like fun this year. Not so much to do with panels, but a lot more like unique things, like the fact that there was a lot more trains for like me. It was awesome. So.
Well, the fact that I managed
and
to
cosplay.
Yes, cosplay.
Cosplaying was fun.
Like how I knew about Small Soldiers.
Yes, me cosplaying as Chip Hazard. That was. I'm so happy that a lot of people love that cosplay. I don't know if I'm going to do it next year because I have a lot of plans, but maybe I will. Don't know. Maybe another character from it.
I mean, did you mention that you weren't going to cosplay since you're going to have the railroad stuff set up?
Yeah, because me and the other Railroad Bronies were talking about having, just like the official Railroad Bronies down in BabsCon, they had a table set up. We were talking about having kind of a northern division for Everfree Northwest having a table set up, so I might not be cosplaying because of that reason. So I could be watching the table the entire time talking to people.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, like
Kirk with his... She had like 2 lines on her face actually, but that's cool.
They're already emptying out the area, they're emptying out the con hall, they're emptying out the vendor area, the main hall. I'd imagine they're probably already emptying the electronic rooms and all that. But the Celestia, Luna, and Cadence room, I bet they're already done with that. Well, yeah, let's look at some of these stuff they got. So, first one we have here is Seattle-based. Definitely setting up for school and all that. Then there's this one here, which was one of the flyers I believe I saw a while back in Seattle or whatever, whenever the last time it was. But essentially, this is like Quidditch from Harry Potter. I might be saying that wrong, but I don't care. It's gonna be weird seeing this whole area barren and dark and like a wasteland. It's not gonna be fun, not at all. I'm just so worn out from all this. But I mean, we can't be like Ed from Ed and Eddie and just have it be a never-ending party. Like that episode of Ed and Eddie that featured the Eds going to Johnny's Arbor Day party. And one of the wishes that Ed makes is for the party to never end. And thus they barricade the doors, they lock their hands between one another, and they're just going around in circles along this walnut saying never-ending party, never-ending party. It's weird, but it's perfect. It's Ed and Eddie. What do you expect out of it? I'd imagine there are like a bunch of people that are probably just like that. They want this whole convention to be a never-ending party. It's crazy. But if you had the convention go on for a certain amount of time, people will get bored. And I don't want anything like that. Not at all. How does it feel that you have to wait a year and 3 months for the next Everfree Northwest?
It's going to be a little different knowing it's not exactly in a year, but I think that the little extra time will help make the con better for next year. I definitely know that the chairs want to redo and some things to make Everfree better.
And how do you feel that it's in a new venue?
If the place is bigger, awesome. Although I've come to know the layout of this hotel, so I'm not super thrilled.
Doesn't all of us?
Yeah, I actually know where everything is here, and now I have to relearn another hotel. This will be our 3rd hotel in Everfree history.
I honestly thought there was the 4th, since you had the first year and you had the hill and everything.
The first 3 years, yeah, we had 2 different hotels to accommodate for the large number of people before we came here, but I still count it as one because we weren't in just one building and then just one building, we were in 2, sort of connected by a road.
I gotta look the photos up on this place and see what the place looks like.
I will too. I need to learn the layout, but I have to head that way. So
see you
next time.
Yeah, whenever.
I hope you had a really good Everfree.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
1 year, and we have next convention. Unless I wind up actually doing the other convention, do Van Hoover Pony Expo, which then that'll be quite intriguing. Sharpie, you got your cutie mark, and what?
I'm gonna suppose you want a picture?
Yeah. Let's see on what the marks are like. Ooh, photography. Nice.
Wow. Did you
Learning from. It's in the vlogs, immortalized. But you're now forever like your mother.
Yeah.
I bet there are new plushes coming out in 2020 with Sharpie and his new cutie mark.
You want the picture?
I guess, yeah. Place where it's good for photo.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Nice hat, by the way.
Thanks.
I know that comes from Bleach.
Kusuke Urahara.
Kind of cool.
How does it feel that that you'll have to wait a year for the convention?
For this one?
Yes.
Oh, well, actually, I'm going to MLP, MSP, TrodCon, and BronyCon and Ciderfest this year.
Well, like next year, 2020.
No, it's fine. I think it's good. This will be a great replacement for BronyCon.
Are you gonna look up photos of the new venue for Everfree?
Probably. Make sure to know the area, study the bus routes, get myself familiarized.
That's always a good plan right there. So, Choco, how does it feel that Everfree Northwest is going to have a year to wait, but also it's going to be hosted in a new venue?
It's good because it gives it room for expansion and stuff, so hopefully it does well.
Will you be studying the new layout of the Hyatt Regency in Bellevue?
Studying?
Like seeing photos, what the place looks like.
Perhaps, maybe. I'm curious to see how it functions, so because I've been looking at cons and how they evolve over time, so seeing how this one's going to exist in a post-BronyCon market would be very interesting since it's the second largest convention, so.
And there we go, that's the end of the time spent here at the Doubletree. We're leaving a little bit early, and then Monday morning than I was thinking, but that's because try and beat the morning traffic and afternoon and whatever. So basically we're leaving very early, but thankfully I've registered myself to the next Everfree Northwest. We'll go for that, and just as the sign says, let's exit this long journey of adventure. Whew. Well, the convention season, at least for me, is finally over. But we're brought ourselves under a not so light part of news, which that news is, well, we are not going to have another Everfree Northwest in May, but in August. The only other bad news is we're not going to the Doubletree anymore. Yeah. Apparently, we are now being taken to a new venue. They stated it on their page, and I should know this because, well, I explained it to you before in the vlogs, but in case you forgot, we're going to be hosted at the 4-star Hotel Hyatt Regency Bellevue in Bellevue, Washington. Now, with this, we almost got 1.5 years to prepare for this. Make it clear, that's 1 year and 3 months that we've got to prepare. Not only for the cosplays, for the PMV contest, the anonymous sorts of other continuing pieces, portions of projects, as we're trying to settle everything here, gives us easy time to work with what we've got for our environment. I mean, cosplay-wise, I look forward to whatever I decide to build, whether it be the washouts or maybe the rendition of General Mayhem from Lego Movie 2, which I would be something if somebody actually did that. That would be probably the best thing to ever happen at a convention. But I just have to decide and wait until next time. But man, oh man, has this been one busy weekend. I'm already caught up with the new episode that just came out on Saturday and did that video, so no need to talk about this at that point, because already a few months have passed by since this vlog actually comes out. But in general, that is pretty much it for my convention season. Now just to spend an hour and 3 months just living in dark and quiet secrecy until the next Everfree Northwest happens. Or if any other convention comes in the way before then, well, I'll let you know. But I had a fun time. I mean, obviously, meeting new friends, garnering the loving attention of people you are surrounded with, a bunch of really cool cosplays, including ones from IPs that I actually have not seen in years, like Chip Hazard from Small Soldiers. Like, damn, that's a good cosplay. And it turns out that that guy, whom is also my friend, is actually part of this huge fan club of people that love Small Soldiers. Which I may think about rewatching that film down the line. And if I did, then I've already probably have done a Movie Fridays on it after my big top 40 favorite movies list. But I can't predict the future, and neither can a pre-recorded video. For that matter, a big thing is what will be in store for the next convention vlog. I don't know. Like, I really don't know. I mean, the big thing that's going to be a bit of trouble is learning the new venue in and out. That's going to be the toughest thing to try and do, is learn that new place. We spent most likely 3 years, being in convention years, 4 years, yeah, 4 convention years, that'd be 3, we spent in the DoubleTree, which is probably the longest we've had for anything Everfree Northwest related. But the other thing to, quite honestly, look in general for is just what's next in store. The shortest was definitely the first one in Crown Plaza, and then another hotel up the hill, which, to many of people that have visited Everfree in the past, they know about that hill. But also, there was the Airport and Conference Center, which, for the good, I will say 3 convention years, but I wasn't there during 2013. During those 3 years, 2 of them I spent there, it was really good. Really enjoyed it. Had fun time there. DoubleTree, despite being put at the bun end of the hotels for the past 3 convention years, and only having to tower once, but being put at the butt end of 5B 3 times, that was crazy. I mean, I've stated in the past the convention stuff, and I might have mentioned it a few times, but walking from 5B to the venue, the main place where the convention's taking place, you could basically burn off some calories while walking there. And speaking of walking, my feet are extremely tired. So, I think I'm gonna let these feet rest for... I said it wrong. I can't speak today. I'm gonna let these feet rest for the week. Just don't do too many walking. Just kick back, relax, get these vlogs up and ready, and we can call this convention vlog good. And that is what's truly important, is making sure that we do all of this properly. In about a year and 3 months, you'll see basically new redesigns. This most likely will be where my PC sits. This is where my components will sit. I've got a lot of stuff to work on in a year and 3 months. And that year and 3 months, hopefully, will not be wasted. I hope. So, basically, long end until the next convention, figure out what to do for cosplay, work on saving up for new equipment. Oh yeah, I might have forgot to mention, my tripod has fallen apart. Yeah, during the closing ceremonies, one of the screws that holds the camera from tilting left and right basically busted. And there is a crack on where it holds the legs together. It's a really old tripod. I mean, it was bound to meet its fate someday. But at least the one thing to do now that I got this job and I'm saving up for my camera and equipment and such to use on the next convention vlogs, and even my personal own taste, practically we can call this vlog good. Big events, big memories. Thing is equipment replacement. There is what to do next for the PMV contest. I mean, holy moly. I mean, I still can't believe I actually got second place on that one. I don't think I can top that one. Like, jeez, Louise. But again, got that year and 3 months to think of what to do next. But I think while I'm editing, I better think of a song during that portion while I relax and work on my job and work on these favorite movies list. But for the most part, I guess all that could be said for this year is just, well, basically to sum it all up, I am the Ferb Guy. We're Radio Free Wastelands, and we're here for you. And I'm gonna relax for a year. Like, after many a months of doing these vlogs, it's just overall worth it.
What's the Wi-Fi password?